That's the challenge. Like it feels like there's a game of chess going on, and you're trying to play it as smart as you can, and trying to have the feedback loop with the team so they don't over adjust because you burnt the tires off, and all these different things. And that's what cup racing to me is. When everybody in the field can sell out for short runs, you never see any passing, you never see any comers and goers, because everybody knows that, start the air pressure's high and do all these different things and have the car crazy sideways loose. And that to me is the worst racing you're ever going to see. We need this series to be a series where the format rewards elite talent. And if you continue to strip things out of it that elite talent does well, you're just going to drive them away, or they're not going to rise to the top, and that's not good for us. So, I think in that light, yeah, I love the fact that there was a long green flag run today. Obviously had a fast car, and it favored us to some extent, but there's weeks where it doesn't, and I think that's part of what makes cup racing special.
It's the Garage Guys Report, motorsports news for you. Welcome to episode 10 of the Garage Guys Report, motorsports news for you. I'm your host, Chase Holden, founder of Garage Guys, host of the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast. It's the 10th episode, guys. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Are we excited? We got a lot that we're going to cover on this episode, and we're going to do it in a very quick and efficient manner because we have a news segment. And we got a vote to get to, guys. That's right. We are voting for Caller of the Month. Garage Guys Hotline, Caller of the Month. The report hotline gets its Caller of the Month for July. There's a runoff between 3 callers. You know them as Brady from Mississippi, Hunter from Arkansas, and Bill from Belleville. So I will have a poll on the live stream here as you're watching it, or on the premiere on YouTube as you're watching it. There'll be a poll there, and I'm also putting a poll out on Twitter. So if you don't already, go follow me at Garage Guy Chase. Make sure that you vote for your favorite caller for the month of July. They will be crowned Garage Guys Report Hotline Caller of the Month. Right now, I want you to get over to dailydownforce.com. It is the newest and hottest place to get all of your NASCAR news, all of the juicy, good stories you can read, the content that you can handle. It's all available there. And the Garage Guys merch store is also available at dailydownforce.com. So if you love what we do at Garage Guys, you support this show, you support the podcast, you're in the Discord, you support the brand, why wouldn't you buy Garage Guys merch? We've got t-shirts, we've got hats, trucker hats and rope hats. We are soon to have flags. And we have die-cut stickers, and I believe in you. DailyDownForce.com. Go there. Check out the stories. Buy Garage Guys merch. Worldwide Technology Raceway, the BOMMARITO 500, Indycar. We're calling it the Indycar Oval World Finals because it is the last oval race for IndyCar of the season. I'm going to be there. Dale's going to be there. The Garage Guys are coming back to St. Louis, and we want to see you at that race. We will be doing a lot over the weekend at that racetrack. If you've never been to an IndyCar race, perfect time to plan a trip. And I told you guys last week there would be a link for you to buy your ticket to the BOMMARITO 500, the IndyCar Oval World Finals. Sounds so good. You can look in the description of this video, the podcast, or check out my Twitter or any of my social medias. You'll find the link to buy tickets through us. Get a Garage Guys approved ticket coming up soon in St. Louis at Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Garage Guys are going to be there. Shout out to the great folks at WWT Raceway. And shout out to you because you're going to buy a ticket and you're going to go. And I'm going to see you there. I believe in you. All right, so that's about all the announcements that I have. I guess it's time for us to kick things off as normal here on episode 10 with the winners of this past weekend in motorsports. Let's hear it for our winners. Round of applause. They did it. They made it happen. Some I'm way more excited about than others, but for all, we are excited. Shout out to winners. Winners of racing. We love it. What a wild weekend, guys, and I think there's no better way to kick things off here. Sorry, there's a mosquito. Got him. No better way to kick things off here than by jumping right into the story of the weekend in the NASCAR Cup Series. Chris Buescher of RFK Racing got his third career victory in the NASCAR Cup Series at Richmond. The lap averages looked good. There were some squabblings about maybe the lap averages weren't 100% accurate. Didn't matter for Chris. RFK looked strong all day. Chris got it done. And not only was it kind of maybe a surprise win for some people, maybe not so much a surprise for others, but it was a gigantic day in sports betting. Chris Buescher was 80-1 to win this race. For those of you not familiar with betting, literally if you were to put $100 on him to win the race, you would have won $8,000 at 80-1. It's pretty incredible. And the Garage fam and the Garage Guys Discord, which is free, it's free, they ate big today. Dale Tanhart, Greg Mathern, the entire Garage fam. I had him for a top 10. I didn't take the outright. I stuck to my pride on Chevrolet, and I got kicked in the asshole for it. That's okay. I'm not bitter, because it's hard to be mad when you go into a Discord and you see all of these amazing betting slips from all of the great people that ride with Garage Guys week in and week out. I just want to say congratulations to you, Garage fam, anybody that bet on Chris Buescher this weekend. But I do want to go ahead and throw out that, of course, there was a victory lane photo taken after the race, and Brad Keselowski made his way back into the photo, and I am ready to say that Brad Keselowski is NASCAR's P. Diddy, officially. All up in the videos, all up in the pictures, all up there every time. I don't think there's been one victory lane photo with Chris Buescher since he's been with RFK, which is not many, that Brad was not in and Brad did not share a part of. You don't see Denny doing that at 23-11. That's all I'm going to say. But hey, Brad, to each their own. I'm going to call you B. Diddy.
Farnsworth, bring me a sandwich. He can fly, man. He can fly, believe in himself.
Moving over to SRX, Paul Tracy has been suspended from the SRX series. We all know Paul Tracy is a big shenaniganser. He likes to get out there. We can usually count on him to cause a caution. And we know that we're going to be able to get a re-rack. No more. Ken Schrader said he has had enough. He didn't want no more Paul Tracy in his racing.
Walk us through it, Kenny.
I'd like to see it, but I'm pretty sure green had black shoved into the outside wall. I'm not running another race with him. I'm done.
Those two had tangled in our first race of the season at Stafford.
He's just an old man. You know, he's just trying to go to his home, and now he doesn't even want to race. You know, but the thing about it is that we probably should have all saw this coming. Even Connor Daly was on the broadcast. Shout out to Connor, by the way, for being there. He had some things to say about the incident that caused Paul Tracy to get suspended as well.
So as you see here, both cars, I mean, Paul just flat out ran Joseph into the wall. That was, that's inexcusable, really. I mean, Paul was hoping Joseph Newgarden was going to be a magician and disappear, and that's physically not possible. So
Johnny Benson Jr. will be the replacement, it appears. But I'm just wondering, does he have what it takes to be a meme lord like Paul Tracy? Who's going to show me old WWE memes and the occasional Andrew Tate video now in the SRX series? Who will step up to the plate? This past week, NASCAR announced that they will be signing a big deal with the CW to air all of the NASCAR Xfinity Series races next year. This is a network that is not known to do such things, but I guess after them doing the Road to Indy docuseries, they want to get into wheel coverage. The news that I'm hearing through the grapevine is that the entire cast of Riverdale will be running the broadcast, and we can also expect to see weekly episodes of Cops themed after whatever track that NASCAR is at the time. Can't wait. But I want to go ahead and, before we get to voicemails, I think it's a great time to unleash a new segment each week on this show. Calling it the Great Job Guy Award of the Week. First Great Job Guy ever. Really interesting story I found over on wowo.com. Headline says, Senator Young helps introduce legislation to protect American motorsports. So apparently a senator from Indiana, a.k.a. Todd Young is his name, along with the Democratic Senator Mark R. Warner, introduced the Motorsports Fairness and Permanency Act of 2023. It's legislation that would make permanent a tax classification on depreciating assets for motorsports entertainment facilities. It would allow venues to more effectively plan improvements and make safety updates, bringing additional jobs and positive economic impacts to surrounding communities. That shit sounds good to me, man. Shout out to you, Todd. Great job. And now on to voicemails. All right, the time has come. The Garage Guys report hotline was opened. You made your calls. We have calls to go through. Of course, our 3 contestants that are running for Caller of the Month in July have called in. We're going to listen to their voicemails. We have some other voicemails from some people in the Discord, some new folks, and some folks that we know. We're going to be discussing, I'm sure the majority will be Richmond, but we'll see what else we get into. And I just want to say again, each week, all you have to do after an SRX race, after an Xfinity race, a truck race, a dirt race at your local short track, the Cup race, an F1 race, an IndyCar race, it doesn't matter. You get my point. Call 919-769-4477. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, your hot takes on anything and everything. And as long as you get those in, usually by 10 p.m. Eastern Time on a Sunday, they will make the show the following week. So, without further ado, we're going to kick things off with a very special voicemail. A lot of people have been asking me lately, Chase, where is Kip Richards? Where is Kip gone? I've told a lot of you that he had to go back to Alaska to take care of his dogs while his sister was on her honeymoon after marrying her new husband. So they're back now, and he is getting ready to return. So round of applause. Kip Richards will be coming back. But I did let Kip know about this, and he decided to call the hotline. So for the first time, we're going to kick things off voicemail-wise with our dear old friend, driver of the number 100 Purple Pontiac for Team Pangus, representing the Team Pangus name, Kip Richards.
Hello, this is Kip Richards, driver of the number 100 Purple Pontiac for Team Pangus, representing the Team Pangus name. I miss everyone at the Garage Guys report, and I would like to announce that I will be returning to the Garage Guys report to take over my duties as race day analysis horse very soon. My sister and her new husband have just returned from their honeymoon, and I'm ready to get out of Alaska. My puppies have kept me going crazy. For those of you that don't know, I started my racing career with sled dogs. Sort of like the movie Snow Dogs with Cuba Gooding Jr. It is a very weird way to race and get into racing cars, but it is a way. Just like the way that I'm about to make back to Louisiana to join Chase on the Garage Guys Report. I cannot wait to see everyone. And remember, always support the number 100 Purple Pontiac, Team Tangus, and the Team Tangus team. This is Kip Richards signing out. Goodbye.
You can always count on Kip Richards to do his thing. He will be returning to the show, so can't wait for that. Yes, we love it. Kip will be coming back very soon. Thank you for calling, Kip. Now we're going to go ahead and get into some of the other voicemails that we have here. Let's kick it off this week with our most recurring caller that we've had since the beginning of this show, the man that is in the running for Caller of the Month in July. We'll kick it off with Brady from Mississippi.
What's up, Chase? It's Brady from Mississippi. Post-snap race call-in voicemail. I only got really one question for you. I enjoyed the race. One question. Are we entering the two-car team era? I've 2311, RFK, Trackhouse. Is 4 cars just too many? Is it? What would you want to do if you're a team owner? You try and get these 3-4 car teams, 2 cars, put all the money in it, make them badass. I don't know, just a thought. Kenny running 2 today. It was good. Enjoyed the race. Richmond's always a race where I hate it that it's on the schedule until I watch it, and then I enjoy the whole race. The same way every time I watch it. I don't know why. Looking forward to the next one. See you next time, Chase.
Thank you for calling, Brady. Again, one of our potential Caller of the Month callers. Pending your vote. Don't forget to vote here on the premiere in the poll or on Twitter at Garage Guy Chase. If you like that voicemail and some of the other voicemails he's left, you can vote for him. We'll announce the winner on next week's episode. But great call from Brady. Brady, thanks for calling as always. That's a great question. The 2-car team era, are we there? What would I do? I've actually thought about this, believe it or not. And I think that I would definitely have a 2-car team. I don't think I'd want 4 cars. A lot of overhead. Really just depends on my investment needs at the time. Might have to talk it over with the advisor, a.k.a. me, myself. I don't pay no advisor to manage my money. But I would say that if we're getting personal, I'd probably want an IndyCar team and a NASCAR team too. So I might have to go single cars. I might have to pull a JTG on them. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that you're right. It's looking nice. I don't think that we're completely out of the woods yet with that. I do think some of these 4-car teams are going to strike back. I still think a 4-car team is going to win the championship this year until I'm proven wrong. But I'm glad you enjoyed the race. I did as well. I didn't talk much about it in the news. But if you don't like this race, that's okay. You're probably just not as much of a race fan as you thought you were. This is a strategy race. There are a few of them on the schedule. And Richmond is a puzzle. I like putting puzzles together, entertaining from start to finish. I'm glued. If you were on playback.tv/GarageGuys today, you saw me. I was barely talking because I was so zoned in to everything that was happening. If you blink, you could miss something. But I think you already know that, Brady. Glad that you called. Thanks for the questions, as always. Good luck to you in the running for Caller of the Month, Mr. July. We're going to go now to a new caller. Have not seen this name before. Malachi Allen from Texas.
Hi, I'm Malachi Allen from Amarillo, Texas. My thoughts for this weekend were how good the strategies were and how Truex Jr. bounced back from being the only one with a one-stop strategy, and just how he bounced back, how he held onto that position, and Michael McDowell fell back. That was my thoughts.
Well, hey, I appreciate you calling, Malachi. Keep calling. You know the number to call, obviously, now, so I hope to keep hearing from you week in and week out. Maybe even you could be in the running for Caller of the Month in August. Who knows? Good stuff, though, there. Yeah, sounds like you had some interest in Martin Truex Jr. He had a great one-stop strategy towards the end. Really what I think happened was that caution helped him out a ton. We knew that some fall-off was going to be coming. Maybe we would have seen a little bit more if the caution wouldn't have thrown out. But with McDowell, I believe he got a penalty towards the end, which is how he fell back as bad as he did, which can normally be counted on. I kind of faded Front Row Motorsports today. Wasn't the best day in DFS, but a lot of the Garage Fam finished in the green on DraftKings, so I was very proud. As a divorced DraftKings, I don't know if I was married to them or not, but I'm a divorcee or a divorcee, however you say that, of DraftKings. So I still support the fam and give out what I can for that. So if you're a DFS guy, maybe that's why you were wondering. I don't know. But either way it goes, thank you for calling. We're going to go ahead and move now to another new caller. A lot of Texas callers. I'm starting to like Texas. Thinking about buying a cowboy hat. This is Elvis from East Texas.
Long-time fan of Garage Guys, Elvis from East Texas. Just what kind of racing was going on in Richmond today? I mean, it just wasn't, it was boring. I mean, one caution out of the whole race. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Then Kyle Larson not running good. I'm a Kyle Larson fan. You know, then he puts himself up on Denny a little bit, you know, during the race, and that's it. You know, nothing big happened. No sparks were flying. I was very disappointed in the Richmond race, man. Hopefully they'll do better next week, but like to see a whole lot more action. Thank y'all, Garage Guys.
Thank you for calling, Elvis from East Texas. Look, man, you spoiled your voicemail from the moment you said there was only one caution. I don't want cautions, bruh. We don't want cautions in this racket. I understand you're a Kyle Larson fan. As a Kyle Larson bettor, holding a ticket for him to win at Richmond, I was a little hurt too, not going to lie. But the whole fam had money on Chris Buescher. I wasn't about to go throw some negative juju, rage quit things. I was in it for the long haul. And I feel like that's how we got to be sometimes, especially when we're supporting others. Now, if you're a lone wolf yourself and you're just watching this race, you're not betting on anything, you're a Kyle Larson fan, I get it. But week in and week out, we shouldn't be just praying for cautions and chaos. Richmond is a race fan's race. And I know that that might be confusing when I say that, but this is the kind of track and race where we don't get the bullshit, we don't get the shenanigans, and I feel comfortable only having maybe 2 of those a year, maybe a few more at a couple of different tracks, but for the most part, Richmond gives me the product that I most crave, where the strategy comes into play. So if you take the lens away of wanting chaos and wanting to see a bunch of massive shuffles towards the end and overtimes, and you put on the lens of, I want to see who came to play and how far they can go, then you're going to enjoy this style of racing way better. So I challenge you maybe to try a new perception. I'm with you. Cannot wait for next week. Michigan is going to be amazing. Harvick talismans for everyone, by the way, guys. I don't have anything to hold right now, but you need to listen to the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast this week. You need to be in the Discord. You need to be on Twitter. You need to be on all my social media apps. I want to see your Harvick talisman. We're betting on Kevin Harvick to win at Michigan. We're all going to manifest it. We're going to make talismans. I want to see yours. I'm challenging you for that. But, Elvis, thanks so much for calling. I appreciate you. Keep calling, my man. Don't stop. Now we are going to go to another one of the guys that has been calling kind of on and off throughout this the 10 episodes that we have done now. And I've also found out that I've been putting his name wrong this entire time. through a message via the Garage Guys Discord, which is free. This is Drunk as Hull from the Garage Guys Discord.
What's up, Garage fam? This is Drunk as Hull from Colorado. Thought today was interesting. A lot of work to be done on the package. Obviously Chris Buescher won. He could even pass Keselowski there before Keselowski screwed up his pit entry on, I think it was the second to last stop. So hopefully, continue to work on that. And I think this week tops a couple things. Just be patient. So many of us really were screwed out of the Xfinity and Truck Series races the day before. Just stick with it, and it will pay off. And the other thing is too, you think the books are getting a little sharper, a little tighter, and then they just hang live lines like they did all day on Buescher, which is just crazy. So you just gotta hopefully take advantage of those. So hopefully everybody's enjoying tonight. It was a lot of fun celebrating with everybody in the Discord, and you guys have an awesome day.
Hell yeah, Drunk as Hull. I'm glad to hear you were one of the guys that bet on Chris Buescher. And, it was a very rough weekend. If you're in the Garage Guys Discord, you tail bets from Dale Tanhart. He usually takes care of our trucks and Xfinity stuff at Garage Guys. It was kind of brutal. Sam Mayer, obviously, getting the win at Road America. You have Carson Hocevar. Should have probably been Ty Majeski's race. We all know it. But Hocevar got it done. Shout out to them. We already gave a shout out to the winners. But, yeah, it all came full circle, man. So I'm glad you got to enjoy that. Thanks for calling, my guy. Keep calling in. Don't stop. I always appreciate it. Let's go ahead and move on to another Garage Guys Discord regular, longtime Garage Fam member, Spurs Ted Lasso.
Chase, this is Spurs Ted Lasso, and we are calling from the fucking fantastic TriStar today, man. It is raining money from the sky. Chris Buescher, King Titty Man of life, King Titty Man of the world. We got 66-1. We hit the 79-1. We hit the 79-1 again. We hit it twice. We got the 16-1 top 3, 9-1 top 5. We got the 12-1 top 4. Chris Buescher, you fucking king. Oh my God. We've been replenished for all the money that Denny Hamlin and Race Control stole from us last week. Absolutely replenished and then some. Ask and you shall receive. Just wait for this. You hear that? That's the opening of an ice cold Victory Busch Light. The beer of kings of men, just like Chris Buescher. Also, side shout out to Kyle Larson there. Knocked Denny Hamlin the fuck out of the way on the last run. Kind of helped us out. Almost still got fucked by the caution, but it doesn't matter. We fucking cash tickets this week, boy. Signing out.
Always a good time when Spurs Ted Lasso calls in. Shout out to you, man. That is a fucking hell of a betting day that you had with Chris Buescher along with the Garage Fam. Super pumped for y'all. And I know it was spoke about on one of the last voicemails. I didn't really say anything about it. But, yeah, Kyle Larson. It was very brief. If you blinked, you would have missed it. He was a lap down. He got up on fresher tires, got up on Hamlin, and literally bumped him out of the way to keep moving. And nothing happened. Larson is a man of his word. He said he's going to race him differently. He basically was like, get the fuck out of the way, Denny. He treated Denny like Denny treated J.J. Yaley that one time at Richmond last year. A little bit of a repeat. Not as bad, though. Not as consequential. But, yeah, the caution was a nail-biter. If you were on playback.tv/Garage Guys, that was the worst. Very glad that Chris held it down. Very glad that you, Spurs, made bank today in the fantastic TriStar, along with everybody else in the Garage Fam. Thanks for calling, brother. We're going to go ahead and go now to one of our other callers that are in the running for Garage Guys Report Hotline Caller of the Month, Mr. July. We'll just call it Mr. July, Mr. Ring Ring July. We'll come up with a better name as time goes on, but for right now, Caller of the Month, Mr. July. This is not him yet. Maybe, could be him, depending on your vote. Don't forget to vote. Let's go ahead and move to Hunter from Arkansas, a.k.a. Casey Racing.
This is Hunter from Arkansas, a.k.a. Casey Racing. First off, I'd like to give the Casey Racing non-winning driver of the weekend to Sage Karam. Sage had a great car, was running top 10 almost the entire race. Almost won that dang thing at Road America, but still settled with a 4th place finish. And then it's time to give a shout out to the one and only Carson Osafar for somehow coming from the back to the front in the Truck Series race and getting his 3rd win of the year. Next up, congrats to the one and only Chris Buescher, or as some people call him, Christopher Buescher. Got that win in Richmond, and I'm sure he made everyone else's and a crap ton of people's bank accounts full. Lastly, congrats to Kyle Busch winning the SRX race. And to the one and only Paul Tracy, you better get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. Get the fuck out of the SRX series. You're getting replaced. Get ready to drive in China. This is Casey Racing signing off. And once again, thanks for letting me call. I'm Casey Racing.
Thanks for calling, Hunter from Arkansas. Why is Paul Tracy going to China? What's wrong with Chinese racing? I want to know. I'm just messing. Good voicemail. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it. Make sure you vote. Hunter from Arkansas, Brady from Mississippi. We've heard their voicemails now. One more to go for the callers in the running. That was Casey Racing, a.k.a. Hunter from Arkansas. Thank you so much for calling, my man. We're going to go to another Garage Guys Discord loyal member, and we're going to call him Hammonds from Kentucky this time. Here's Hammonds.
What up? Hammonds from Kentucky. Yo, we got to celebrate, boys, and I know the perfect way to. Here we go. Yo, I'm just calling in to give my praise to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Christopher fucking Buescher. Let's go. I cast a 55-1 pre-race bet and both 40-1 and 80-1 live bet tickets, and I hope y'all did too. I literally have no complaints from today. None at all. And I will not accept any Richmond Raceway or Chris B slander. No. No. Ain't happening. Today's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. And the Reds shut out the Dodgers 9-0. Let's go. Today is not a day to complain at all. Today's a day to spread love and make it rain. Them boys in the Garage Fam, rob the books, boy! Let's go! Hammond's out.
The energy cannot be mistaken. The man himself, Hammonds from Kentucky. Thanks so much for calling, brother. Glad that you were one of the guys that was able to cash big on Christopher Buescher. And I love what you said. No Richmond Raceway slander. No Chris Buescher slander. I do want to say that I may have had the Dodgers in an MLB 10-leg parlay, and because the Reds beat them, that may have been the only reason that I lost that bet. But I will say no complaints because it was such a great day, and I'm just going to keep making a bunch of MLB parlays because I've been a degenerate lately on those. But thank you for calling, Hammonds. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to move forward now to one of our guys. I think this might be his first time calling in to the program. Not 100% sure. Maybe a long time ago on another show I used to do. But I think this is his first time. Another Garage Fam member of the Discord. The one and only Go Fast Troy.
Yeah, what a boring race. Says the casual, dumbass race fan. What a great fucking race. We're popping Chris
Buescher lattes all night long. 70-1, 80-1, top 4, 22-1, top 10, 275. Let's fucking go. That's all I got. Go fast, Troy. Peace.
It's like the third caller now that bagged multiple bets on Chris Buescher. If you're not in the Discord and you don't bet on NASCAR, I don't know what you're doing with your life. What a day. Hell yeah, Troy. Thanks so much for calling, brother. Love to hear it. We're going to move now to another first-time caller, somebody that was in our Discord. I think this is their first time checking in. This is David from the Discord.
What up? This is Davey from the Discord chat. Right off the top, I'm going to say I read this race totally wrong. I had all my bags in the Hickory basket. I lost money. But you know what? I'm fucking fired up for all the people, all the folks in the Discord who won money, who made bags, who got rich today. There's not many places you can go nowadays where everybody has each other's backs. There's no this, there's no that, there's no I'm better than you, you're better than me. We got each other's backs. I'm fucking stoked for all you guys that made out today. Love y'all. Peace.
David from the Discord. That's the fucking energy that I love more than any energy in the world. A man that understands what we're doing here at Garage Guys. I love what you said, my man. Ain't no I'm better than you, you're better than me. We got each other's backs. It's that simple. That's what Garage Guys, Garage Fam is all about. Couldn't have said it better myself, my man. And look, you're not alone. I lost with you. I lost not an entire unit, but like half a unit. My top 10 bets saved my ass. I had the Chris Buescher top 10, had an Austin Dillon top 10. Everything else tanked. You know, I've been on more of a downward spiral as of late, but I minimized the shit out of my losses. I usually take a complete L at Richmond every time we come around. So I'm with you, and I'm also with you that I am still happy as shit that all of this happened. Love your energy. Love your spirit. Keep calling, Davey. Thanks so much. We're going to go now to another first-time caller, Dante from Pittsburgh. And man, I'm still hyped from Davey's voicemail. I love that shit, man. That's that real raw shit. Here's Dante from Pittsburgh.
Hey, what's going on, Chase? It's Dante. I'm calling in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I hope you enjoyed the Richmond race more than I did because, I worked every day this week and I ended up putting everything I worked for on Eric Almirola because I just thought he was so fast, but obviously the commitment line was too much for Eric. So maybe from now on, I'll save some money for myself to get some food and some water this week because I'll have no money this week because all of it went on Eric Almirola. And I don't know what I'm going to do. All my money went on Almirola, and he fucking lost. Help!
Give the man some bacon, Eric. He trusted in you, and you failed him. Help him out. It's a bummer, though, Dante. I hate to hear that, man. He was good. I had him in DFS. That was about the extent that I was ready to do it. But, yeah, he fell back. We've seen it happen. I don't think anything great has ever happened for Eric other than the Xfinity win that he had this year and possibly when he won at New Hampshire that one year. But, yeah, it's risky, man. It's a risky business, and I'm with you, man. I'm right there with you. I've been there plenty of time. Go get you some ramen. Steak flavored, beef flavored, whatever you want to call it. Go get you some of that dehydrated chicken or shrimp. Throw that shit in there. You won't even know the difference. Except you might have diarrhea. But, you know, what are you going to do? We're going to win next week in Michigan. Get your Harvick talisman ready. Thank you for calling, Dante. I appreciate you. We're going to go now to Bubba from Arizona.
What's up, y'all? It's Bubba from Queen Creek, Arizona. Man, I just enjoyed that race. It was a good race, man. I missed the middle of it. I had stuff to do, but I sat down for the last 100. And, you know, it's a Richmond race. not much going to happen. But that late caution, I think helped it a lot. Also, like that little drama with Larson bumping Hamlin. Thought that was pretty good. People say they hate that stuff, but I think it's good for the sport. Like I said, that caution made it more of an exciting finish. I didn't think it would change the outcome, and it really didn't. But restarts are always fun, in my opinion. And congrats just to Buescher and RFK, and they did a good job on the gambling side of stuff. I got my ass kicked this weekend. I had a 3-leg parlay. I had Ty Majeski to win. I had Justin Allgaier to win. I had MTJ to win. Majeski, last night led most of that truck race, and then Allgaier led most of that road that race at Road of America. Both of the races most of the day, and just late mistakes. Man, talk about Heartbreak Hotel. Man. But that's racing and that's gambling. But thanks, Chase. Keep doing what you do, brother. Peace.
Appreciate the call, Bubba. Thanks so much. And yeah, hey, that's gambling, that's racing. We'll get back on the horse next week. I'm glad you enjoyed the race. I did as well. I'm with you in our loss. Don't worry, we're coming back strong. Like I said on the call before, Michigan, Harvick talismans, get them ready. And if you don't know what a talisman is, Google it. Or just ask me in the chat. I'll tell you. We're going to move on now to our last call of episode 10 of the Garage Guys Report. He is one of our guys, our last guy in the running for Mr. July Garage Guys Report Hotline Caller of the Month. He entered in just last week. It's been 2 weeks, but he's had a couple more voicemails before. But his voicemails are very compelling. They're very interesting. They tell a story. Our last voicemail, the one and only, Bill from Belleville.
Hey, man. It's Bill from Belleville. We still got dial-up internet down in Belleville. So for the past 4 hours, I've been booking a trip to Pensacola for a celebration. You know what else is 4 hours away? A little town of Prosper, Texas, home to who I can safely say is now a garage favorite. Motherfucking Christopher, motherfucking Buescher, baby. The heart of Prosper, Texas. The definition of prosper is to be financially successful. It's 105 degrees today in Prosper, Texas. It's 105 in Belleville. I put my money on Chris Buescher while on the toilet in my 120-degree sauna of a bathroom. And Chris Buescher in a 135-degree Fasten 04 powered through the goddamn field and prospered, much like how I prospered through that deuce in my hellhole of a bathroom. Woo, Chris Buescher, baby. He prospers. We prosper. The garage got paid this weekend, baby. Ooh, man. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who came out to the Hambone 400 on Friday down at Bellevue Speedway to watch me race for Great Value brand coleslaw. Thank you so much. I think I saw Paul Menard in the stands wearing a coleslaw shirt. Or he might have just made a mess of himself. Either way, it was a battle, man. I tell you what. I was leading with 4 laps to go. I felt good. I looked in the mirror, and out of nowhere comes none other than Dave Marcus in his Buescher's Baked Beans Pontiac Firebird. Scared the living shit out of me. Dave Marcus put me in the goddamn vlog. I came away with second. But it don't matter. Coleslaw was on the podium. Garage Guys prospered. And we all got Buescher rich today, baby. I'm going to Pensacola, man. It's Bill from Belleville. My bathroom is 130 goddamn degrees. I'm out.
The one and only Bill from Belleville with another amazing voicemail. Shout out to you for being on the Buescher train as well. The man is booking a trip to Pensacola from the Buescher winnings. He bet it on the toilet. It was 120 degrees in his back. The detail in these voicemails are incredible. It's amazing. And for those of you that didn't watch last week's episode or the week before, he had a bad time betting on Brad K. He smothered himself in coleslaw on the couch. The voicemail got a lot of recognition. Next thing you know, Great Value Coleslaw is sponsoring him in a local race. He finished second, put Coleslaw on the podium, and now he's saying Paul Menard is a fan. Changing lives on the Garage Guys Report. Bill from Belleville going on vacations. Coleslaw sponsorships. What's next? An amazing call again from one of our finalists in the Caller of the Month race. Thanks so much for calling, Bill from Belleville. So now that the voicemails are done, your job, check out the poll. If you're watching the premiere of this right now, there's a poll. Go and vote. If you missed the premiere and you're watching this at a later time, go to my Twitter. I will have it pinned for the entire week at Garage Guy Chase. Vote on who wins Caller of the Month, Mr. July, on the Garage Guys Report hotline. It's either going to be Brady from Mississippi, Hunter from Arkansas, or Bill from Belleville. Make your votes in. I will tally all the votes up next Saturday or this Saturday, and I will announce Mr. July on next week's episode. Remember, each week you need to be calling the Garage Guys Report hotline. The number to call, 919-769-4477. Hot takes, opinions. You hear all the examples that you can handle week in and week out. Make it fun, make it entertaining. Tell your friends, tell everyone you know. It's the greatest internet show about motorsports and getting news in a way that you can understand it. And you also get to be a part of it. So call the hotline. Don't forget. Well, that is the show. Episode 10 of the Garage Guy Report comes to a close. You know what your job is on the votes. You know the number to call. And you know where to follow me, at Garage Guy Chase. Every social media app that exists, I'm on all of them. I promise you won't miss a beat. Make sure you subscribe to the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast on Apple or Spotify. Spotify is a little cooler. I like Spotify. But if you're an Apple podcast person, you can get it there or any other podcast app available. You can catch all the latest from me and Dale Tanhart week in and week out on that podcast. Keep tuning into the report. Check out the podcast. Check out dailydownforce.com. Go buy Garage Guys merch. Sorry, I choked on a little bit of Zen spit. It happens to the best of us. I think that's probably my cue to end this show. But again, announcements that I had mentioned before. Worldwide Technology Raceway, the BOMMARITO 500, IndyCar. If you've never been, now's the time. Look in the description. Make sure you click that link. Buy your tickets. I want to see you there. We'll be there all weekend long. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Garage Guys YouTube channel. Okay? Need that. Really, for real. Do that. I love you. Thank you. Shout out to my Chris Buescher winners across the land. We'll be back at it again for Michigan this week. Get your Harvick talismans ready. He's coming. That's all the time we got. Get the votes in. Love y'all. Be good. This has been the Garage Guys Report. Motorsports news for you. Subscribe.